What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm back today with my super long overdue review of the New Balance 2002R Protection Pack or Refined Future Pack in the Phantom and Sea Salt colorways. Today's video, as always, is sponsored by the good people from Heffelux. Heffelux is my all-time favorite sneaker insoles, and they sell ETPU insoles, which essentially is the same material they use for Adidas Boost. So if you're looking to add some additional comfort inside your shoes, be sure to check out their website, which I've linked down below. You'll see they sell 4 different insole options, so depending on the type of insole density and the cushioning setup you're looking for, whether that's for a pair of winter boots or for sneakers, you're gonna find there's something for everybody. So I've been a paying customer of Heffelux for years now, and I honestly stand by their products. They truly are very comfortable to me. So if you guys want to check them out and try a pair for yourself, be sure to use the code SEANGO at checkout to get 15% off your entire purchase. So with each and every passing month, the hype for New Balance continues to grow. And one of New Balance's most popular silhouettes in the past few years has been the 2002R. And if you watch my top 20 of 2021 sneaker pickup video, you'll see that the 2002R from the Refined Future or Protection Pack in the Rain Cloud colorway, that was absolutely near the top of my list. And in fact, that shoe made a lot of other people's lists as well. So with that said, I had that itch and I had to complete the pack, especially after hearing they're going to be releasing some new colorways this year. So both the Sea Salt colorway and this Phantom colorway, both of these drop alongside the Rain Cloud pair, and they all dropped sometime last year. Both of these pairs originally retailed for a price of $150 US, which is the equivalent to roughly 170 Canadian dollars, and the style code for the Sea Salt pair is M2002RDC, and for the Phantom pair it's M2002RDB. So let's dive straight into the details and I'll give you guys a closer look at both of these colorways. The overall makeup of the shoe is very similar to the Rain Cloud in that it has this very layered and ripped up appearance to it. So on the toe box, the base layer here, this is constructed out of a gray colored mesh. We have this hit of reflective 3M right at the edge of the toe box, and we have these black colored suede overlays on either side of the toe box. Surrounding the front toe cap, we have this jagged cut suede, which is constructed in more of a long-haired suede and has a very nice fuzzy feel to it. Moving downwards, you can see there's various layers of this jagged suede, which almost looks like it's been ripped up by hand manually. Covering the mid panel, we have more of this black colored suede, and stitched on top of this, we have the New Balance end logo done in this dark gray finish. Moving downwards, we have more of these suede overlays, and then above this, surrounding the ankle collar area, we have more of that gray colored mesh. On the lateral side only, we have 2002R branding, and that same long-haired suede covers the back end of the shoe. Right below this, we have this perforated suede finish, along with this exposed TPU right above this, with this yellowed layer underneath, giving it more of a vintage feel. And then covering the top of the heel, we have this jagged cut black colored leather. Right before the laces in the middle, we have this embroidered end logo done in this burgundy color. And then as for the laces themselves, so these only come with one pair of laces, and they're a flat dark gray colored lace. Underneath this, the majority of the tongue is covered in that gray colored mesh, but we have this leather overlay on the top, once again done in this jagged style. We have this circular cutout with New Balance running, and once again it has sort of this yellowed vintage looking finish underneath. So just like the Rain Cloud pair, if you take a look at the side of the tongue, you'll see that the edges have sort of an unfinished look to them, exposing this yellowed out foam. And then as for the insoles, these come with a well padded foam insole, and we have New Balance running branding stamped on the heel. So the upper of the Phantom colorway sits atop this black colored foam midsole, which is brushed in a lighter shade of gray, giving it a very old and very vintage look to it. The majority of this foam midsole is constructed out of their proprietary Absorb technology, along with Absorb SBS, but on the lateral side of the heel we have the visible New Balance Energy technology, which are essentially these gel-like pillars which help with impact protection and shock absorption. And then turning the shoe over to the bottom, so the outsole here, just like the midsole, it's given this vintage looking appearance with this dark gray rubber covered in a slightly lighter shade of gray paint on top. And in the middle, we have a TPU shank plate, which is called New Balance Stability Web, and this helps with torsional rigidity and midfoot support. As for the Sea Salt pair, so if the whole Protection or Refined Future Pack was on a spectrum, you'll have the Phantom pair on one end, the Rain Clouds in the middle, and these Sea Salts on the other side. So this is much more of a brighter white-based shoe, but the details are a little bit different from the Phantoms and the Rain Clouds. So the base layer of this shoe, instead of mesh, this is constructed out of this white colored textile, which almost has a feel of canvas. We have this hit of white colored reflective 3M right at the edge, and overlaid on either side of the toe box, we have this white colored synthetic suede. Covering the front toe cap, we have more of a cream colored suede, which is once again done in this jagged look, and the same suede covers the mid panel of the shoe. Stitched on top of this, we have the New Balance end logo done in more of a pure white finish. And then surrounding the top portion of the ankle collar area, we have more of that canvas-like textile that we saw earlier on the base of the toe box. We have this white colored suede hit, and on the lateral side only, we have 2002R branding done in red and blue. Moving downwards, we have more of that off-white colored suede, which wraps around the back of the shoe. We have this perforated finish on the bottom, and once again, right above this, we have this exposed TPU with a secondary yellow layer underneath, giving it that vintage look, and the top of the heel is covered in more of that synthetic suede. Right in the middle of the shoe, right before the laces, we have the New Balance N logo embroidered in blue. And as for the laces, these come with these off-white or cream colored laces done in this flat style. Underneath this, the tongue is predominantly constructed out of that same canvas-like textile that we saw earlier on the toe box. But we have another synthetic suede overlay on the top, along with the circular cutout in the middle with New Balance branding. And just like the Phantom pair, the tongue is done in this unfinished look, exposing the yellow colored foam within. As for the insole for this pair, so these come with a white colored foam insole. Once again, it's very well padded, and stamped on the heel, we have New Balance running branding in blue. So the upper of this pair sits atop the same absorbed foam midsole. This is done in this cream colored finish, and again, it's painted in a way giving it more of this vintage faded out vibe. The absorbed SBS is again visible on the lateral side of the back heel, and these pillars are painted in this blue colored finish. And then turning the shoe over to the bottom, so the outsole here is predominantly constructed out of this cream colored rubber. We have these flex grooves on the forefoot, and again in the middle, we have this TPU shank plate for torsional rigidity and midfoot support, and this is similarly done in this off-white colored finish. So that breaks down the look and the construction of the Sea Salt and the Phantom 2002R. And for those wondering about sizing, to me these fit exactly the same as the Rain Cloud colorway, so for all three, I'd recommend sticking true to size. So I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and that's the size I actually measure on a Brannick device. And for the 2002R, at least for the 2021 versions, I felt like they did run true to size, but for some reason, the 2022 versions, I feel like they run a little bit more roomy. But either way, if you guys are going for 2021 2002Rs, you can definitely stick true to size. Just to give you guys a point of comparison, I go a half size down in other New Balance silhouettes like the 992, the 990 V3, V4, V5, the 998, and most of my 550s. And in comparison, I go true to size in other models like the 2002Rs, at least from 2021, the 997 and the 990 V2 because of their more narrow toe box, along with other made in UK models like the majority of my 991s, the 1500s, and the 1530s. Moving on to the comfort, so I've said this before in past reviews, but the 2002R in my opinion is a super comfortable shoe. To me, it gives me that perfect balance of that softness and squishiness underfoot while still giving me a good level of stability and support. So it's not an overly soft, overly mushy shoe, but at the same time you feel enough of that cushioning underfoot. So in my opinion, this is a very comfortable model, and it's a shoe I can wear for many hours in a day without feeling any pain or any fatigue in my arches. And finally, from an overall quality and craftsmanship standpoint, so even though I feel like the majority of these materials are synthetic, this is not a made in US or made in UK New Balance silhouette. However, the quality and the craftsmanship I thought was pretty solid, especially for the lowered price point. So with all that out of the way, now let's lace up both the Sea Salt and the Phantom 2002Rs, and I'll show you guys how both of these look on feet. I know the resale prices on both of these colorways have gone up, especially considering the tremendous level of hype that the Rain Cloud colorway has been receiving. However, the completist in me just couldn't resist, and I figured I'd just buy them now in case these suddenly go up to maybe 1,000 Canadian dollars down the road. The whole resale price aspect aside, I think all 3 pairs in this collection are very, very nice. However, if I had to rank them, I would definitely have the Rain Cloud as my number 1. I'd probably go with the Phantom as my number 2 and the Sea Salt as my number 3. I do want to say that people have been doing amazing customs with this shoe as a base. However, I don't have a single ounce of talent in terms of customizing my shoes, so for me at least, I'm going to probably leave them as is. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think of the Sea Salt and Phantom 2002R in this Refined Future or Protection Pack. Between the 3, how would you rank them from best to worst? And are you guys looking forward to picking up the new colorways in the same style that are supposed to be dropping this year? If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. It really helps my channel go that much further. You can also follow me on Instagram at sgo8, check me out on Twitter at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.